family. Welcome to your daily morning spiritual guidance for today on Monday, March 14th, 2022. My name is Christie Ramirez and I'm your soul coach. So it's a beautiful Monday morning and I am so happy. And you know why? Because yesterday, Sunday, we did have daylight savings time. So this gives us an extra hour of daylight. And I love this time of the year because it helps me get a lot more done during the day, and I don't have to worry about the daylight going away. I usually film more as well during this time of year when we have an extra hour, because we can stay up till like 7:30 and it's still daylight outside. We still have some light coming in, we have a later sunset. So I think that this is very metaphoric for today's message as well, that we have more things to do starting this moment till the very end of the year, whenever the time changes again, right? When we get more into like fall, winter. And this is a very almost like ecstatic time as well, because it almost brings us a high, at least like a spiritual high. I know when I'm doing a lot of spiritual work, I do get this feeling. And whenever I back off, it's like almost like the fall after the high, right? It's like the lowest of lows. And I feel like this is coming up today for some people. Maybe you don't understand this part of the journey. You know, when you're in first, like in the beginning stages of your spiritual journey, when you're first awakening, you might not understand this phenomenon happening where one day, it's not usually one day only, it's like a couple days when you're doing spiritual work, okay? I mean, this is not like anything that is more like therapy related or mentally related. This is when you're actually maybe going into the spiritual journey within, and you feel like you're on a spiritual high because you're in these ethers and it's so perfect up there, right? It's so heavenly, it's so peaceful. And then sometimes you get thrown back down to earth, you can say, to reality, and you realize how imperfect it is, which can create these emotions within you to stir, which is the reason behind these ups and lows when you're on the spiritual journey, is because you realize how imperfect life is, humans are, and earth is. And you realize that there is the polar opposite of as well to peace, love, and light. And it almost like saddens us. It brings this spiritual sadness, right? Because you expect everything to be spiritually perfect, and it's not, because if not, we would all be in heaven. So this is a main message today. It's about compassion. Have compassion on yourself where you're at on your journey, but also have compassion on the world and the people in it, because we are here for a purpose, and that is to do everything in our power that we can, right? No force, but to try to guide others on the way to the light. That is our reason for being here. That is our reason for having a spiritual business. But we can't force it, but we can definitely inspire it. And we need to continue showing up strong, like a warrior, and not letting anything take us down, because we are the leaders now. And there's going to be a lot thrown at us that wants to take us down, and it can be as simple as trying to trigger you. But when you're at this level of spirituality and on your leadership position, nothing can bring you down anymore, because you're seeing from a higher perspective. You're already seeing what the issue with that person is, or what the projections are from other people onto us, right? Us as light workers. And it's up to us to be that shield and just a mere reflection of what they are projecting, so that they can do the healing on themselves, right? And that's how we are to walk around in this world, is acting as these mirrors so that they can clearly see the reflection, but don't let it penetrate into your aura, because that's not the point of why we're here, right? So you all need to remember this, especially all of you light workers listening today. Remember your role, and don't get sucked into lower vibrations. That's not your role. You've already done the work to transcend above those distortions, distractions, and fears. And you see clearly the truth. So it's up to us, God is telling us, to stay in our high ground. And yes, you know, we are on a high horse because God has chosen us to be up here. So it's up to us to now show the world through our vibration, not even our actions or words, because none of that is needed. It's just our stance, our aura, and the way we carry ourselves. And that's a beautiful message for today on Monday. I feel like this is a great way to start the week, because I feel like there are going to be a little bit of challenges this week maybe. But it can be any kind of challenge. It could just be a lot of work to do, a lot of things to catch up on. Maybe you do need to go out in the world and socialize for some reason, show up, and you're gonna need to remember these guidelines, right, for stepping out. All right, so let us get our daily affirmation for starting our day in a positive, love and light attitude. So I think it's this one for today. We might get this one tomorrow, but I like it. Today's message is, I am fluent in my words and I can speak my truth through language, writing, music, and art. I express myself creatively. So today we are being asked to speak our truth or express our truth in some way that is going to help others understand the journey. So it's important that we are confident in this, right? Because this does require courage, is to speak this truth that you know about the spiritual journey. And definitely a great day to also focus on your health and wellness, to keep you grounded, right, from being so spiritually high, because I feel like a lot of us might be feeling this today on Monday. And our angel message for today, wow, Archangel Michael reaffirming to us that we are safe and protected. Dear Archangel Michael, please surround me, my loved ones, and my home with your royal purple light to dissipate and ward off any lower energies. See, my intuition is correct. I feel like this has been going around, and Archangel Michael is fighting these spiritual battles for us. He's already dissolved it. This is where, remember, you always need to pray as well. If you're dealing with any cords from the past, trying to disturb your peace in the moment, pray for that to dissolve naturally. Don't try to just cut those cords, because remember that when you cut anything like a branch from a tree, it's just gonna grow back, right? And it might even grow back stronger. So you just need to pray for it to dissolve naturally, and just be almost like just unemotionless towards it, right? Don't pay in any attention, because when you pay attention to these triggers, to these lower energies, you're feeding that. And in order to let it die on its own, you need to actually back away and not care. Be completely unemotionless. Basically, the word is numb, or there's another word when you're just completely blank. You really like don't care, right? So please guide me clearly so that I may only interact with people who are living in truth and integrity, only the high vibrational people. Thank you for helping me feel safe and secure. Thank you for being my bodyguard. Love your divine child. Know that Archangel Michael is our bodyguard. Wherever we step into the world, we have Archangel Michael here in spirit, and then our other angels as bodyguards. And anything trying to come into your aura, whether it's physically or spiritually, psychically, Archangel Michael is going to slash that away. And this is how we know that we are safe in the world. So no fear. Do not live in fear, because that's what darkness wants, right? We want to live in the light. We want to live in love. That's a huge message for today on Monday. And then our spiritual guidance from God. Wow, we have work with the elementals, and this is God telling us to connect with nature, things that is going to connect us to Mother Gaia, to earth, and ground us. This is a beautiful message for today. Yeah, this is your health and wellness practices. So just stay on top of those to start the week right, set the tone, and that is it for today on Monday. I'll see you all tomorrow on Tuesday. Namaste.